Shoot. Can't find the other phone. Let me find that. Dang it, I thought I was all prepared at 2:30 in the morning. So, unfortunately, some of you may not be able to guess what I ended up doing tonight. Reorganizing all the supplies. I have been playing musical storage bins for the last while now, actually. Months for sure. But got a little bit more of a control on things. Like, they're called scrapbook bins, and they're long, flat. Let me grab one. These guys, they stack to a nice, sturdy column. Nice and flat, so ample dig around room. You don't have to worry about weight itself, like the weight of the materials themselves, causing them to knot. So that's been a treat. And then when I find a few new bins, I end up switching all the other ones around because I could finally fit them. Why am I holding this still? One moment. I've had this shirt since high school. No, middle school. It's one of the first things I got at the vintage shop I worked at, but I don't know if you hear the elastic gets shot, but I might have to change actually, because I don't know if this is gonna hold the mic. Well, that's alright. I did get some hooks. Tuppence was closed. I thought it was Monday. Whoops. Oh, I also got some Skittles Littles, which back in the day they had when the M&M's version came out. I wasn't too much a fan of the plain M&M's. I always wish they made them in Skittles. Oh. Well, they're like a hair smaller. They're like inflation size. I don't really feel like anything. Anywho's, I just ate a bunch of oranges. These, real quick. Here, let me get this lower. I like the yellow red light with the wood around me. But got these from a Bachman Turner Overdrive concert. It was the first concert I guess I went to. Oh, that is nice. I always forget to do this. Do I have a lighter up here? Oh, that's pretty. Hey, Zoidberg! Yeah, these glasses are simple but really effective. Majestic. Delray Medical Center. Tenet, South Florida Health System. Righteous. Today's new country, WIRK. The country 107.9. I have 3 pairs. Somehow. Probably got these in like 90 6 or something. It was a Christmas show. There was giant nutcrackers everywhere. That's all I remember. That and taking care of business. Still really the only song. Man. I have some quills. I don't yet have the balls for them, unfortunately. I wanted to pull out these turkey flats. A cricket. Or something. The last few things I need to find bins for are like these goose buyouts. I don't really know what to store them with. And these, but I'm gonna put these up here because that's next. Before hair stacking is the feather wings. Hey, cricket. I have to empty this last bin. It's some of the stuff that it's all random stuff I made. Cause I used to sell jewelry, but I am not doing that anymore. Just a pain in the ass. But well, I am doing that, but not like how I used to. Thought these were. They're clip-on earrings because they're super heavy. But they're sterling. I like putting random stuff together. I called these the luckiest earrings. Someone made fun of them and I said they're the luckiest earrings. But this is going to be super nice for, you know, never mind. I think this is not what I want to complete. No, this looks like a fan. I went through the rest of it though, so I have another workspace pretty soon. But yeah, the hooks I found, they're not the same size, which is a little bit of a drag, to be honest. But a few different styles that, it's really pleasurable, okay? The short shank is real nice. So these are the ones essentially that I fell in love with. Been trying to find a short shank like that stylized yeast shape for a while, but the two places that I can get hooks is Walmart and Tuppence, but Tuppence pretty much only has they have a few varieties. They do have the 3407s pretty much always, but anywho, found these 9174 hooks, but 7 in a pack, and these are only $5, so still a beginner. So I went to Tuppence today, but they were closed, so did go to Walmart and picked up the. So these ones were just happened to be on the floor and quite liked them. They reminded me of the bend back flies, and I don't have to bend it. Also like the octopus style, which was another one I wanted to try to pick up, but they had big honking ones, and I just wasn't ready. Hey, Nate Outdoors, I really appreciate that. Not yet, no. Bowfin, no. I've seen just videos of them, and they're another one of those, like, straight Pokemon. And, alright, this is a good. Oh man, I appreciate that. I totally get that. I am too a people person. of the shy variety. But you know, streaming from your desk is a hack I did not foresee when I was one of the things I always made stuff and tried to hustle it, like handmade jewelry and stuff, like what's in that bin, and vintage clothes. But man, that's hard. It's really hard. Like people would walk up to my stand and ask me how much it was, and I would say, I don't know. It's real bad. So, I had more fun making this stuff anyways. It was always something. It was like, man, if this could be a social thing, but there was like a few quilt groups and like tabletop RPG groups, but there wasn't anything really like social. But I was looking for these 9174 hooks. Live bait is what I usually see as, but like they're big, thick ones. These ones are ideal. And found these mustard ones, but also because they had like no sizes, they were really picked over, which, man, that's not a bad thing, right? I'd rather than just like stagnant or something. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is fun. Alright, so these are the life bait, but then I found these super cheap Eagle Claw laser sharp ones, which these for saltwater, like a lot stronger, but these do not look bad. And I base this off minimal experience, but that super sharp looking point, and it goes inward a little bit, which a lot of people use offset hooks and circle hooks, and the reason why I've always been told is they're self-setting, so maybe it has some of those attributes. I don't know. I could see it would, maybe. Is that 2 barbs? No, it's just a mess up. But yeah, so that was a long drawn out way of saying got some new packs of the same hook. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I'm out of large ones, but these are the live bait hooks. They're super, super thick. I'm scanning the desk because I thought I got some smaller ones. But $1.50 a pack, you really can't beat them. And these ones were less. Oh well. But there they are. So, alright. There is one more. No, I'm just out of it, I guess. But stoked on that. But yeah, really, really thick. And I tried one of those quills. I'm not too sure what they call them. They usually have them paired with those banana sinkers for pompano here. And I really just tied it because it looks easy to tie, really. And was able to use that like first pinch of bucktail that you pull out. I never had luck on circles myself. I'll be totally honest. I haven't either, but I never know to chalk it up to the hook or skill, current skill. But I mean, you throw a chunk of squid anywhere here, you're gonna get something. But those bait fish. There's like a free hook cleaning service. And And it's almost eerie when you put the hook down and there's not even the bait fish cleaning it off. I haven't been back to Blue Heron since last season. Did I go this year yet? I don't know, man. I have to get over there big bad. I'm almost done going through the boxes that I have, and then I could start organizing the ones in at my parents' house in the garage. It's brutal, but just stuff. And the only thing that I'm kind of hung up on right now is like a vending idea. I kind of want to weatherproof something, and not necessarily. I'm still looking for a camper, but something right now. I was thinking of a trailer, and essentially just building a box, or like using those clear shutters. More of it. Yeah, Gamakatsu. They do have a section for Gamakatsu nets, but just circle hooks. I think they have some octopus hooks. But they're huge, which get there eventually, for sure. For sure. Seeing the move, it blew my mind. Like, it seems like it really blew my mind. So, let me try to find, well, I guess these two hooks could go together. I'm not too mad at that. I've been obsessing over this so I could, like, decrease overthought, and if everything has its own box that isn't, like, a matted mess, is got a bunch of those Hairline Fly Tires variety pack bags when I first started, which those were easy to get in a chaotic mess, but gonna take time. I'm inspired by surgeons and hairstylists. And oh well, let me sit and read through the. Hey, Carlos! Man, I was having a PS4 real bad. I thought I'd be like relatively fine. Oh shoot, my bad, Sweet Bird. That is a really good idea. I'm trying to find an underwater UV light, because you know, I don't have balls. So night swimming in the ocean, never thought I'd be able to like break that barrier of like, because like my stomach turns with heights, not so much, but like dark water and lightning. But the oh my gosh, under the bridge with the UV light must be insane. Must be insane. That's cool. It doesn't have too much of a rainbow. I wonder if there's a science reason. Not even the white light part? Or like where it's so bright that it looks white? Interesting. That's pretty. Oh, that's cool. I gotta make some music videos for songs that I like for personal reasons. When I was a kid, I went to the film school or whatever. And music videos and skate videos was the reason I wanted to go. But it was a shit show. Yeah, see, like when you get, like, you'll see snapper hook packs, and it'll be, what's it called? Circle hooks. And, same, and there's like the really long, like elongated ones, which I always kind of wondered if those were also circle hooks. Because there is one hook that I used to call circle hook, but that is a live bait hook also. And offset hooks I'm curious about too. I've heard those are self-setting, that's the offset. I'm not too sure though. I know for a while I think you had to use offset hooks in some places. I don't think Palm Beach County. But they also tried to do away with stainless steel for a minute. I always wanted to know more about that because I don't fully know. Alright. I guess I'm putting them together. Ooh. Yes. A moment. I have to. Because these are both like, I mean, I know some of them are a little thin, but these are saltwater. I will be fishing these in saltwater. So, live bait. I've been looking, because like when you look up like the EP peanut butter flies, those types of like chubby little bait fish, those are like my dream flies to tie. And it's been a little difficult finding hooks for it. I don't know how those missed my eye, but next time I'm at Tubman's, I'll have to remember to take a picture of the hook section, because maybe there are other hooks I'm overlooking, but it's like 4 or 5 varieties. Yay! Oh, that is nice. Voila. Because I've been listing them and trying to find which ones are really similar, because man, there's a lot, and the numbers I never thought I'd be able to remember, but I've been trying to find a catalog, but I think I'm just going to like maybe email them. It seems like that's a reasonable. You're required by law. Reef fishing in Florida? Wow. Unless fishing artificial. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I really need to brush up on the regulations now that I'm back, like for real. For real. I want to volunteer for the FWC one day. They said like it's just, I mean, it's just a normal thing to get a box of coral plugs to plant out near Blue Heron. And I did the little call around twice, but I didn't get a response. Granted, they're probably really busy. And I gotta change out of this shirt. I've been organizing stuff, so I've been also running into stuff, but it's driving me nuts. These. One moment. This skirt is from the same Same era too. Well, not the same era, but I got it at the same time. I was really into older music, but other than a bunch of antique shops, every now and then would have clothes. There were no vintage shops. And when I was 13, one opened up, and I walked by it, and it was like quite literally my dream come true. Because in the 60s and 70s, the clothes were just a lot of handwork and sweet prints and good fabrics. I like better fabrics, like polyester, no, not so much, but it's a good fabric. It's just I live in South Florida, so that could quite literally kill me on some days. So I don't know what to do now. Earlier today I watched a video of a guy who spearfished an angelfish, which I didn't know those were a thing. Which I have a reef fishing license, because I didn't know that was a thing either until going through the other available licenses. Really, just scoop up any free ones. There's a bunch of free ones. Blue crab traps, which eventually when I find those stamps, which I lost the ones that I had, but metal stamps, that's just the envelope, the alphabet. You can use those to make tags, so you can throw crab traps down. And my plan is to just use those aluminum discs from roofing. Oh yeah, it's very hot here. It's a oldie goldie. Turns 102 years. Which in this area is pretty dang rare. There's a few 20s houses still standing, but it's usually 40s to like today. Mainly 60s and 70s and stuff like that. A lot of Art Deco. And it's a cottage. It's really loud. Can you hear that? 3 o'clock in the morning. How did time escape me? But I've been excited to tie one of these all day, because last one, well, a few before was way too much material, and I think an exact last one was not enough material. But I'm thinking the one that is not enough material, I can give a haircut. Just make it shorter. Or brush the material back and add some more. Okay, so a rubber band or something. Or a bag clip. A hair clip. Bag clip. These are those things. If you look at Bronze Age brooch, these pop up, and you can take a piece of wire and make it in like 20 minutes. It's just one piece, and it's fully functional. Oops. And really good for like knitted sweaters and stuff, where you can just poke the thick copper through. I did not sand this one, because these are made as a pair to put on straps. Alright. I really want to figure out something to do with this, but okay. Yes. And yeah. Yeah. Got some delicious craft fur. Which pretty neat. This is Hobby Lobby's, which is the longest I could find at your basic craft store. I haven't been to Michael's because I'll be totally honest, I never feel good leaving that store. I'm always in a bad mood, and as a human being, I recognize patterns. So pattern tells me I need to stop going there. But these are what I was using before. But this is wild. Like, do not tell any of the major fashion houses. Look how lush that is. But it's got pearl in it. It's wild. Like, my grandma passed away quite some time ago, but I wouldn't even tell her. She would buy all this up used for Christmas ornaments. Santa's beard. And this one, grizzly bar, it's just perfect. Instant bait fish. And it's long. I don't know how I was making the other ones before with that super short fiber. I did want to kind of try to do the green or the white, black and white and green. It's supposed to be fixing my sleep schedule, but I kept falling asleep all day, so I feel like I just woke up. And it's the first like full meal that, all the moving, I just like was eating whatever. Wasn't getting out or anything or going out. But man, I don't want to be too graphic, but I took a burrito to the face. Coke assortment. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Oh, flash. Just like a little bit. I really should ask where Fly Smith himself would add flash on a fly like this. And since I don't want to wrap it due to laziness, but I do want some like life force, life force energy. This green stuff is amazing. Try to get it like flat. Maybe I will put the flash like up a bit so it has a chance to fold back rather than want to splay out like it seems to want to every time I add it to the tail. Just trying to jack some flash from that, not make it buggy. Maybe that'll make the flash poke out though. Unless I make a shelf for it. I'll just do 2 strands on each side. Maybe I will fold it. Oh, it's hot. I wish I could point that fan over here, but I'm chasing feathers. I used to have my grandpa's fan, and it was, he bought it for like $300 at Kmart. But I tell you what, I ended up with it, and it was worth it. It was designed to not blow your papers off, and it was copper. And it looks like something from like a 1920s tornado movie. It's highly necessary in my opinion. It looks so scaly. For like the bait fish that I would like to throw out there. Oh, I keep cutting too close. Finally using these scissors, and they're really hard not to use. I have a piece of this artificial grass from a friend who used it on their balcony, and I'm gonna put that under the desk for some shock absorption. Alright. Deathly afraid of dropping another video. Oh, I forgot some of that. Sorry. Tinsel. Sorry. I wonder why everything feels off. Hey, Bert! I'm doing much better. Back in town. Got back 2 weeks ago. And finally getting back to normal pace. Well, my normal pace. Okay, this is the part that I have bad time. One more unsure knot. Yeah, see, I end up pushing stuff out. I don't understand. Alright. Let me take a piece and see. Never quite sure what to do with this. Do you leave that? Is it supposed to be that long? Should I try to pull it out? I wonder. These things. But for now, let's see. I'll probably end up cutting this off myself. Or like two of them. Kind of trim that. Try to at least. Is it 3/0 or 6/0? This is a size 4, I believe. Wish they were freaking out of them. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a bowl cut. These scissors are great. They're serrated, so the material doesn't run from them. Oop. That's close. Few little bits. Can you hear that fan? I can turn it off. Or lower. Or open the door. So maybe not trimming it, because then you have like these little chin hairs. Or do I cut that? So I'm not too sure. I was honestly gonna try to add some in a dub, like, to kind of add like dubbing of this stuff, because it's so fluffy. Not too sure if that's worth trying. Probably not. The other idea was wrapping a maribou feather, because I have some short fiber ones. I don't need to go too hard on pushing it back because I'm going to be UV resining a big ol' eye on it. Whew! It gets so hot in here when I don't stop talking. The maribou bleeds really nicely into the crapper when in water. I'm not sure for how long, if it mats together yet. That's future lessons. Ooh. Thinking maybe I should use like a thinner thread to add this. It's just like one wrap. Do y'all have carpeting under your workspace for shock absorption? I feel like I'm talking really low. The fan is a loud one, but it is also like very, very quiet. Too quiet. So, whoops, I probably need to go back. Okay. Well, first, let me get this back. Choke, choke. I didn't know that was called choking. And then, anyway, I definitely don't have the patience to make nature's there. I need to keep my hands busy at all times, or I will smoke. I will smoke 10 packs this week. Just kidding. But yeah, I need to keep my hands busy at all times, or else I pretty instantly lose my mind. I got plenty of activities though. I haven't been back to the beach yet, but I lost the necklace that I made at Blue Heron in the move. Just like, let me trim these because they're gonna be alright. It's just gonna be like 1 or 2 wraps for some color. And I could use Sharpie, but this fiber seems to have decent sized fibers. Or this feather rather. Oh shoot, I grabbed it with... Don't cry. Really? Injured the feather, so I just get 1 wrap. Definitely will be leaving. I say that every time. Definitely will be leaving more room next time. Well, that doesn't look like much. Oh, it isn't. What happened? Ow! God! Yeah, this heat is getting to me. I cannot focus when it's like this. Alright, let's go outside for a second. Jesus Christ, it's like 100 degrees in here. Whoops. So, I accidentally hit the home screen. This fan isn't very effective, but it's trying. It is very hot. I found this fish thing. Let me finalize out here. It's a building that's being renovated. I always feel like I'm about to walk to the edge. It's pitch. You can see that building, the beach is right in front of it. And in between, like that big black void is water, the intercoastal. That's where I'm gonna be testing these bait fish. So I want a lot of chartreuse and that kind of thing. Because it's murked out. Doo-doo brown, that water is, but it's right there, so I love it. Lube. Really interesting stuff. I'm amazed by the stuff that did end up making it. So I lived out there for 6 years, y'all. 6 years packed in 24 hours was 10 out of 10 top, most ridiculous experiences in my life, but yeah, I've zoned out a lot. Unfortunately for me. But, man, I'm hoping to just finish what I have left. As you can see, there's piles still. So I'm trying to get through with everything and then start getting back out there, because I spent 6 years inland, kind of out of nowhere actually. Now that I think about it, the whole thing was out of nowhere. So it almost feels like a dream or something, just chaos. Because 6 years, I couldn't tell you like 1 year apart. It kind of bled together. But grew a lot of plants. This thing sucks. It is, I don't know why it has to be like the same like biting force of a pit bull. Oops. Oh, I already forgot. So I'm gonna just get this. I got myself good. No, I don't need that. Gonna use head cement on this one, so I'm not too worried about the head, honestly. Because I'm going to be putting eyes on them. And still those glitter eyes. I made them months and months ago before I even knew. Still don't know what I'm doing, but before I really didn't know what I was doing. Okay. So I'm gonna get it wet with warm water. I have to wash the wash barrel. I grabbed that for to test the like swimming in. I think the metal is gonna be a little hard to see, but maybe that's a good thing to like make stuff that stand out or something. Well, it's not like the bottom of the ocean is a mirror. I could fill this tub too. That's probably what I will do, honestly. That kind of hit me today. I could have just been doing that. Hey. See, that feather is so worth it. I still gotta get the proportions right. But let me get a little warmer. I love it so much. I love that like chartreuse head with kind of like a cattle print. So probably still gotta work on the proportions up and maybe give it a snip snip. But I'm gonna do that after I see it swim. And before I put eyes on it, I want to see it swim. I just wanted to see what that chartreuse did. And just one little wrap. It looks a lot better than my Sharpie skills as far as getting like some color bursting through it. And the maribou, did I say maribou before? Oh, I guess I said chartreuse. But the maribou blends really well with craft fur. I think I did not get a bald spot. This line. Yeah, I think trimming that fur was a bad idea. I think I should leave it a little longer so it has a chance to bell in on itself for a sleeker. But again, I have to see it swim. This is just wet and pulled. Because that's when it comes to life anyway. I love how that looks so much. That's chartreuse with the white and black, and then it's basically like almost like a lime or chartreuse, that pearl that reflects back as. That still gotta work on profile and proportion and all of that, but that is probably the color combination I'll be finally settling with, and then try to tie them until I get them right. I can't believe they didn't have the size. I'm not ready for a bigger hook yet. I'm a size 4. It's so perfect. It's a little chody hook. I love this hook. I do have some assortment. Let me put the other ones in here. Oh, I do want to do a jig with it's delayed in it. Oh shoot. Really? Has it been zoomed in this whole time? Here, let me try to... Well, let's see. It's looking like a... Oh, okay, good. It zooms in, so that happens to a lot of streamers here on YouTube, the mobile stream, portrait mode stream. If you accidentally go to the home screen, it stays super zoomed in, but I just went to the home screen again and it zoomed out. Tennessee, right on. Hey, I'm more than happy to ship any out because I'm still a beginner. I need some feedback anyway. And I'm more than happy to try to tie anything. It might be a little apparent of raw in focus, but getting there, this has greatly helped with that. Recently kind of converted from just crafting and growing plants to just really full-on fishing, and whether it be saltwater, freshwater, I want to dabble kind of in all the styles. And I mean, every day there's like 50 styles I've never even heard of. My brain is like reassembling itself from mush. So it's been a true joy. One of the strongest probably joy aspects for me personally is knowing I'll never be bored again. That's pretty prime. But like you'll always stay living or learning and moving. Body in motion stays in motion. Obviously not always, but I have so much time to make up for. And I can't live off no plants. But I can grow a jungle for free. So if anyone wants that one day, I want to do it again. Zone 10 is I'd have to learn about other zones, but for now, man, I love the heck out of doing it, and if it just stays there, it grows into a little edible jungle for free. The catch is there's some materials that I have to source, and that can be a pain sometimes, but it's usually all free. If you can't find the mulch, you just use hay. And there's a lot of places that sell hay for grazing animals, and the hay that is old or what have you, breaking down, that's free. You just bring a truck. Shell rock will be fertile soil in no time. At my parents' house, it was bare up front, excluding what was planted forever ago. I just threw some cuttings, tiny little cuttings. The frangipani is already flowering. It's only like this big now. If it was like this big, it's shell rock. I found fallen leaves and just put it in on the fence line, and it's black soil now. And that's just a few months and a few little like bits of leaf pile, and it's like a residential area a few blocks from the downtown area, which now it's going to be a proper downtown. But, so not a lot of resources, but there are. Another good one is produce markets. A lot of times they'll have a place where they give this stuff, but coconut husks for potted plants. Really the aim is like not having to water all the time, because when they dry out, they die out for the most part. And forgetting to water is one of the easiest parts of gardening or growing plants, in my opinion. So coconut husks don't mold or anything, and it absorbs a ton of water, and they're relatively free if you're in an area like this or wherever coconuts grow. Not just coconuts. Those palm trees, any palm trees that have that thatching, those like thick things that come out, or that stuff that looks like woven fabric, I guess it's called thatching. That stuff is really good. You could just line the bottom of the pot and put some like pieces of big sticks. It doesn't have to be log chunks, it could just be sticks and stuff. And it feeds everything. It's great. And it's all free in it. See, like I used to, when I was a kid, used to grow like seed packets and stuff. And they never lasted really long. Choosing wrong plants was part of it. And like, wrong plant you have to baby into existing and producing. But getting better at choosing plants, and there's so many like tropical edibles, native edibles, and what have you. And foraging, of course. That's where it all started. I used to like doing, I used to have the oil drum cut in half, and I would take it everywhere. Like, if you invited me out, there better be room for my oil drum. Because, you know, I don't like being hungry, and like, you just have a fire on it, and could cook anything. I just wish I cooked things better and not in aluminum foil, but just get as much random fresh food, fresh produce, and like chicken thighs and foil, and you throw that on there. But now I would use like a stainless steel kit. Yeah, I want to grow, there's a few things that I want to grow in containers, just to always have. Everglades tomatoes doesn't mind it at all, and they might grow near you. They're tiny little tomatoes, and you can probably grow them inside. Everglades tomatoes, they're my favorite. I know there's a few tomatoes that are small, I think like necklace potatoes. I forget what they call them. Pearl tomatoes or something. But Everglades, they're quite small, but they're hyper tomato flavored. They almost taste like tomato paste in a way. Well, I certainly appreciate that. You'd make an excellent human being. I too probably would make a decent human being. I forgot about that. So you could probably tell that Buster jumped up at the side of the can of Coke. It's a good, decent hot. I'm standing by the fan. I had to build this fan piece by piece. It's actually kind of neat. It all came like as a basket, like the stand and everything was inside the fan. I haven't seen that yet. My shirt's not even tucked in. Dang it. Let's see. I told y'all. So it's 80 degrees for sure. Well, shoot. 3:41. I should probably attempt to sleep because I know I'm putting a lock on finally tomorrow. I don't think. Oh, I didn't show this. That's what. Oh, I guess I did. I guess I did. But this is one of the ones I just put too much crystal flash on, so I cut most of it off and added eyes. And that's what I plan on doing to this one too. But really, and it's a nice structured head, so it's not gonna just be like a sperm, a giant cartoon sperm. But the what's it called? The eyes are resined in place, and then resin on top of them, and the green. Yeah, it's definitely cute. Oop, my hands are always full of food. I never thought I would do anything with hands and cameras close up. That sounded weird, but for real. My hands are always battered. Oop, Jesus. Scared the crap out of me. But yeah, this is pretty much the bait fish style that I'm trying to go for. And they look great swimming. Very lifelike. It blew my mind. Even this older pattern that I really didn't think I got the proportions right. The proportions, but the amounts of like the material itself, bucktail, and I thought it would ride a little strange because of the weight of this, but no, it looks like a swimming fish. So I still need to retie these with a shorter shank. Maybe plan it a little better, but this is one of my favorites. It reminds me of something I'd find in like somebody's parents' box locally. A lot of bucktail and maribou. But I really like the color combination. I want to try to make a blue runner in this style. There you go again. A bar jack. Bar jack. I keep calling them blue runner because when I was a kid, I knew blue runners, but there's so many different types of jacks that I just, yeah, I didn't. And the drift boat's called Bar Jack, and it has a picture of a Bar Jack on it. But barjack will have a black stripe that carries into the fin and a bright, bright blue, like electric blue, under that black stripe, and then like a whitish grayish. It's an incredible coloration. And seeing them swim, it looks like they've been charged, like they're electric. Ah, this one's eating. I haven't seen that before. So his mouth is all gulping. But yeah, man, that electric blue. Lots of jacks, yeah. Blue heron under the bridge every day at the same time. A school of jacks will come and like the water will just slap. I don't know if anyone's seen the horror movie Piranhas. Anyone has also rented that from Blockbuster, but that's what it looks like, and I always miss it. I just want to look up African pompano real quick. I try to show ones swimming in case like they're near like, you know, sensitive Susans. It's not a thing, but I can't find any, and I feel bad laughing at that one, so I feel bad about laughing at that publicly. Well, I'm just gonna have to pull out my book or something. They just have the most expressive faces. I feel bad, damn it. Yeah, there you go. Well, Aaron's like a SpongeBob character or something. Like if they showed like one of the characters and like this is him in real life type of thing. I don't know. But they're always depicted with a very expressive face. Even though, like, and same thing with Barracuda. Which these are genuinely my favorite. They remind me of rest in peace, but they remind me of my pig so much. That's literally what he looked like. Identical, uncanny resemblance to a barracuda. But holy trucks, they're terrifying, very impressive, but they're so entertaining down there because they're motionless. They're not. You'll see them swimming around, obviously, but for the most part, and when they just turn with you. It's so eerie. They're very awkward fish. They're very awkward to swim around, but that's another thing that's just everywhere here. Everywhere. And needlefish. But man, the Barracuda's face is my favorite. Yeah. And them swimming, it's insane. Torpedoes. Bendy torpedoes. But yeah, that's what they look like. And they'll just be sitting there, like, mad awkward. And last time under Blue Heron, there was dozens of them. And, there's usually a few, but it was just a bunch of them. And they're just so, It'll never get old. It'll never get old to me. Because they're one of the only things down there that are just motionless. Everything else is swimming at pace, or excluding grunts, you'll see a bunch of those, like, kind of in a group, but swimming. I think that's mainly during, like, tide change, so they don't get sucked out or something. I don't know. You'll see them all together and suspended. It's another world, and it's definitely my favorite world. I wish I could live underwater. I wish it was more convenient to get there, but should be packing or done packing it relatively soon. I haven't really thought about the garage because I haven't even been out there since, so I don't even know what's out there. Like I don't even know what I'm missing, which is wild. And like blows my mind. But it's a good lesson in life. There's always a dick in the crowd. My dad was right. Damn it. I never wanted to admit that. No, I'm just kidding. My dad has a lot of solid advice. But you just gotta dig a little bit. Oh yeah, Nate's Outdoors, no worries. I did have it not private. I did have it public for a while because I made it a page, but I wasn't really doing anything with it, so I just figured I'm just gonna turn my Facebook page public because most of the people I knew personally anyway has been chewed up by politics, which tis their right, but also tis my right as human being of Mothership Earth to not engage. Little busy, little hungry myself, but yeah. It's wild. Bunch of like sleeper cells. But, you know, I live ones that I'm absolutely sure of, so I feel like I have a lot of time to make up for, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just happy to be here, honestly. I grew up saltwater fishing, but haven't really fished on my own here and there, but not looking to become like a fisher or anything. And also decorated hooks since I was a kid, but really just for my dad for Father's Day, and most of them were probably effective, but like once before the wire gave way. But yeah, I think the first time I got a Barracuda on camera, I immediately made a short and put it to that song. Man, I gotta get back down there though. If you got a second, blue heron, like the bird, blue heron bridge diving, it's known the world over. It's pretty wild, and it's in the hood, but absolutely full of just, it's paradise over there. And Sailfish Marina is a pretty well-known restaurant, but they have loads of glass grouper that live under their docks, and I'm making to see them. Peanut Island, the whole area is the port, and it's a big bridge, and the original bridge, but it's now a fishing pier, just part of it. But Port of Palm Beach, and it's immediately it's this little island, Peanut Island. It had, I don't know if it's like South Florida's or Palm Beach County's first Coast Guard station, but there's that. JFK bunker, or like a presidential bunker built for JFK, and there, and it goes underground. And old spoilers, tons of structure down there because of how industrial and for how long it's been industrial, and a lot of reef fish, huge angelfish bigger than your face, like in 3 feet of water, which is probably the highest selling point for me. Of course, there's coral reef, like, but you gotta get on a boat, you gotta strap some tanks on, and like, this is in a few feet of water. Just have to go during high tide because low tide it is doo-doo brown. Oh, right on. Right on. Yeah, running. It's funny how much I run into that now, but man, I've been trying to find people like locally for a long time, but I don't know. There's not a lot of cohesive scenes, I guess, and now the town's just getting like it's the whole everything is being redone, which change is inevitable. I'll bitch a little bit, but that's just normal stuff. I'm quite excited, honestly, because there'll be more resources. More skip crap out of me. Like an hour after turning the shower off, it'll drain. It's like earth-shattering sound in the silence. But on that note, I'm gonna start rambling hard. But see you tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow, and hopefully a little earlier. Tomorrow is Monday. I don't think Flysmith is gonna be streaming on Monday, so I might pop on a little earlier. Hey, I sometimes like I'll be like jumping off the walls if you know, like might as well hop on a stream because expend some energy, and this is the extent of my social life, the way God intended, and I'll never have to leave my desk ever again. Many Charlie Sheen quotes come to mind, but I am from Florida, Southeast Florida. But on that note, I'm sweating pretty good now. So I'm gonna wander around in the dark, but I have to dig out my headlamp for sure. It is pitch, but hoping to. I really don't know what I'm hoping to do tomorrow. Oh, I gotta change the lock, so I guess that. And then try to figure out what books I'm missing. Man, I was so close. I was building a study, like a Florida internet, because you never know when the power's gonna go. And I had sections for everything. Probably gonna have to put that on pause for a little bit. Sounds heavy now, but I still want to find a decent bookshelf that really is waterproof now, because I am still looking for a camper. And I gotta do that for a while. Everyone says they can't do that forever. I know that, but live in it for a while, see stuff for a while, then convert it into a shop. And then it's like a mobile pawn shop, bait shop, vintage shop, all those good things. Like a food truck, but with objects instead. It's just a long time dream of mine. I just haven't taken it as seriously as I should. Stephen King. I haven't read any books. But the movies, the films, yes. I haven't read any books. I like any sci-fi or psychological stuff. That's about all the movies that I can sit through. Cause I don't watch a lot of movies or shows anymore. But that's just mostly because, see, life is stranger than fiction, so a reality is stranger than fiction. So since I was a kid, I really like, I guess what you would call conspiracies. But with more and more, it makes watching movies like hard. but kind of fun too because I'm really into controlled disclosure too. So every time there's a, depending on who directs it, I'll watch it like, man, I have to see the new Mission Impossible. Like there has to be so much controlled disclosure in that. Yeah. Oh my god, I hear piano. That's crazy. Oh shit, it's 4 in the morning. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna go get a free piano concert. Happy trails, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If there's any patterns or anything, and Nate, please do, if there's anything that you fish in particular, more than happy. I've tried to tie some scrimps. I haven't tried any crawfish yet. Crawdads, depending on what you call. But yeah, I'm gonna happy trails. Read 11:22. Oh, screenshot that. Yeah, I've never read a Stephen King novel. And I never thought about it until now either. Because when I was talking, like, animals, Pet Cemetery, and like those ones were popping up, but it made me want to look up a list of them because dude was busy. It's one of those names that like are attached to so many. Even I don't watch like full length movies that much anymore, but I will watch the movie recaps channels, and they're usually really badly translated. I think it's called Movies Recapped. There's a million of the channels out, but anyway, yeah. Because I do like the stories and, you know, the yeah, but anyway, that'd be true.